The Masters Superbike Championship is brought to you by Principal Insurance, part of Howden. For motorbike, car, van and home insurance, Principal Insurance have you covered. Get a quote today.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mondello Park for the Principal Insurance Masters Superbike Championship 2024. We're here in glorious sunshine at Mondello Park, and we have new sponsors on board this year, as we've just mentioned, Principal Insurance. We've had some action already this morning, but we're going live for the rest of the day now, and we're looking forward to some wonderful action right across the classes. Already we've had lap records falling in the Super Twin class. Oisin Maher, young Cashel rider, breaking the Super Twin lap record that stood back to 2022. Brian McCormick on an Aprilia, but 56.244 seconds. New lap record in the Super Twin class already this morning. Wonderful action so far, and we're looking forward to some really exciting racing coming up for the rest of the day. Andy Quinn is joining me for the series. And we're looking forward to the rest of today and the rest of the year, in fact, Andy. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, we've got a busy schedule for the meeting. It's great to see that you have such a large entry. The paddock is full. We've got a lot of vendors in, a lot of merchandise and stuff. Plenty for family-orientated people to come in and see. As well as the racing, we've got 8 races after lunch then. We've got 2 Superbike, 2 Supersport, Pro and Cup races. Full grids, meaning that we've already had 2 B races as well. Sidecars again looking good, really having the weather is really playing ball for this. So as you said, with the lap records falling, it's in our benefit that we use up this track time and get as much time as we can in this glorious sunshine.
Absolutely, and a lot of newcomers on board this year. We see it every year, but certainly even in the junior supersport class, we saw young Rhys Gates early this morning with his maiden victory with a yellow bib on in the newcomers class, ladies and gentlemen. Really exciting action here, and we're looking forward to the newcomers and of course some of the old faces as well.
Exactly.
in the twins class. Oisin Maher putting it up to the former champion, Derek Green, the 2022 champion. So we're looking for the Superbike class, Andy, one to look at as well. We have Kevin Keys with his maiden Superbike victory at Mondello Park yesterday evening. Brian McCormick is out there on the FHO Racing, Macau Racing machine.
M1000, exactly.
So Brian McCormick is here, and also Alan Kenny. So we're looking forward to it, Andy.
Yeah, there's definitely there's something for everybody here, for all the age groups. As you said, the mix of experience and machinery. We're great prospects for an afternoon. So we're hoping everybody gets down and has a good time, and we'll catch up with the live commentary again in a couple of moments.
Brilliant stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So we look forward to your company. Get yourself down to Mondello Park here for the afternoon. Wonderful action in store, and we'll talk to you all very shortly. 400 race coming up. We'll take a break for the moment. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We look forward to seeing you later. Thank you.
So that's good, clear pictures that we can see here. James, happy enough to see the 400 guys preparing for their 2 warm-up laps. Of course, we've seen these boys in action already. Watching Damien Horgan sweeping around Darragh corner, turn 4. The last opportunity to get some heat into those tyres. And taking a particular look at number 8, Brian O'Malley from Mayo on the green ZX4. And he will start from row 1, 3rd position, row 1. Pole position is Andrew Murphy from Stephen Tobin, P2, and there was only 7,000 hundredths of a second between their times yesterday. So it just shows how competitive the VF4 and the FZR is still. So this could be a tight battle enough if Brian O'Malley can get away and stick with Andrew Murphy and Stephen Tobin, the masters. Eyes on the lights. And it's Andrew Murphy who gets away quickest, as we have this beautiful imagery into turn 1. Stephen Tobin nicely middle through the corner, didn't anticipate any lunges up the inside, so he could take a nice quick line out of that, so which could give him good drive to head out towards the country corner.
Yeah, and it looks almost like summertime here, Andy, at Mondello Park with the beautiful, beautiful clear skies. Absolutely fantastic. And it is Stephen Tobin from Andrew Murphy there. Yes, it is the black RA helmet of Steve Tobin just in front of Andrew Murphy. And that's how it finished yesterday, twice in fact. So this is the final 400 race of the day. We had 2 of these yesterday afternoon, and Steve Tobin, the man from Kinsale, victorious in both. But Andrew Murphy on the VFR 400 Honda will be determined to make more of an impression here, especially as the action goes live out over the internet for this, the opening race on live coverage of the Principal Insurance Superbike Championship for 2024. Here they are up into turn 1, and it is Steve Tobin ahead of Andrew Murphy. 3rd place, Brian O'Malley, number 8, running there on the Kawasaki in 3rd position, Brian O'Malley.
Yeah, just watching the same. It's a rinse and repeat from yesterday. Stephen Tobin just seems to find any sort of a straight. He can pick a couple of bike lengths. Andrew Murphy then seems to reel him in on the brakes. As you can see that he's doing that.
Yeah,
he's
done that
on the long left.
Yeah, Steve Tobin made a mistake there peeling in. Just peeled in a bit too early.
Bit too late, yeah. Had to stand the bike up a little bit, but still has that advantage. So watch them around Darragh corner. because you're going to see Stephen get a little bit of a lead, but Andrew Murphy's going to close that gap again on the brakes. Let's just watch that for a moment as they get on the brakes up the hill. Having a look up the inside, Andrew Murphy. Close, but not close enough just this time.
Yeah, we'll watch once again that the 400 Yamaha of Tobin seems to have the superior power down the straight, but not quite losing Andrew Murphy. Maybe Andrew Murphy had a gearing problem yesterday. I'm not sure. But it wouldn't be like him not to know his gearing around Mondello Park here, Andy.
For sure, the FZR is going to rev a little bit higher than the V4, so that's maybe where the advantage is coming from on the straights. But it's just the way that Andrew Murphy can reel him back in these corners, like we're going to see into the country corner, maybe turn forward. Stephen Tobin's done that again. He's had to stand that bike up. That's sort of a double apex, the country corner. He's had to stand that bike up, and that's allowed Andrew Murphy back in. Would he be able to do anything around turn 4, get a little bit closer, maybe have another look up at the inside when he get out of the S's on the brakes and into the last corner, which is Southside Motor Factors. Let's watch him on the brakes again. If Andrew Murphy can have a look.
No, he's not close enough, Andy, and I just have a feeling that Stephen Tobin is just getting into the groove and just had a couple of little.
That was a bobble there again. I think that there was an issue with the right-hand turning of that bike. Could be wrong, as you said. Could be the early stages. A few little gremlins and cobwebs first out this morning. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens on the country corner, where we saw he definitely stood the bike up on the first part of that apex, of the double apex of country corner. Yeah, again, just turning into turn 3. Stephen had a little moment. Nothing dangerous. He's no sliding. He's not out of control or anything, but he definitely isn't carrying around. Some can take that corner as one corner, but some people would double apex it. And it looks as though Stephen is tipping it in, picking it up and tipping it in again. But he's gained momentum from Andrew Murphy. Andrew Murphy isn't going to be able to do anything on the brakes in this case.
No, and he's certainly, if anything, he's opening out that advantage. It was half a second at the end of that third lap. Here we are down to complete 4 and have a look at it again. And 0.7 is the gap now. Steve Tobin, he feels very, very it looks quite comfortable on the bike, but as you say, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the riding style out there at turn 3. We're going to watch it again now closely.
Yeah, definitely. It's very evident at turn 3. You can see. We'll watch him here as he gets off the gas, turns it in.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, no, it's just his corner and stuff. No, Andrew Murphy has definitely made inroads there because of something Stephen Tobin has done on turn 3. This will be evident again, maybe in turn 4 and the top corner as he gets out of the S's. Let's watch this. This isn't as cutthroat as it was yesterday. Stephen Tobin really had the winning of this, but Andrew Murphy is back in the fight.
Just watch him turning in here, Andy. Maybe he's just not happy, as you say. Turning right for some unknown reason, but watch him up the main straight, and I'm not sure he's entirely happy here. Steve Tobin,
we'll know with his lap times. Yeah, he's doing consistent 59, so it's not really affecting him. It could be just the way the bike is handling on right-hand corners.
Maybe it's a style of turn 3 that we haven't noticed before as well. So we do have live stream for the first time in over 2 years, Andy. So we haven't seen close-ups of the action back up there, so maybe we're just reading a little bit too much into it. Brian O'Malley still there in 3rd place, 9 seconds adrift. Roy Wurst, number 58, the Ballincollig man, is in 4th. Chris Gray in 5th, and Damien Horgan, 2022 champion, running in 6th position there. That was Brian O'Malley there in 3rd place. Next through should be Roy Wurst coming up out of turn 3. Followed closely by Chris Gray and Damien Horgan, all in close contention there.
Yeah, good pitch battle for 4th, 5th and 6th there between Roy West, Chris Gray and Damien Horgan. Damien Horgan, of course, on that blue number 81 bike, that FZR, another inline 4 screamer. Chris Gray, I think, is on a ZXR, and Roy Wurst from Cork, he's also on a ZXR L3.
Back with the leaders there, Andy, and the 6/10 is now the gap between Steve Tobin and Andrew Murphy, and a further 11 seconds back to Brian O'Malley now in 3rd place. But here are our leaders into turn 3 again. And Stephen Tobin, yeah, he's certainly making, where you watch the style of Andrew Murphy, is making just one corner out of the 2, but Stephen Tobin, a very defined double apex there for Steve Tobin. kind of peels in, straightens up and peels in again.
We could be just reading too much into it.
And it is
because
the style.
He's still doing 59s. He's the fastest man out there.
It's just a different style that he would have to the bigger bikes on the 600. So the 400 not quite as quick. And certainly Stephen electing to make an actual move with the double apex bend of turn 3.
Yeah, we could watch him when he's out on a ZX6 or to see what way he takes that as well, if he's in the mix, and we get some footage of that. It's certainly not affecting his performance. He's knocking in, he's dropped into the 58s, so is Andrew Murphy as well, so he's clearly doing it fine, you know, it's not an issue, it's just an observation we're making. And we will see that again as he comes in. Let's see how many laps we have to go. Still 5 laps to go, so plenty of time. Is Andrew Murphy sitting there? I mean, there's no point in making a manoeuvre now with time to go. Stephen is just going to mug him along the start-finish anyway. So is Andrew just happy to sit there for another while and just take a look at, you know, corner?
Not sure, Andy. I don't think he can really close that gap. He seems to be closing through the S's, and on the exit of turn 5 now, he may have a look, but he's not quite close enough into Southside Motor Factors turn 6. Comes right up to the rear fender of Steve Tobin, but unable to capitalise on that. He's in the slipstream now, trying to capitalise on that slipstream, and you can see Andrew Murphy.
He did it a couple of times yesterday and lost the spot straight away down the straight. So, you know, what's the point? Might maybe sit there for
and Murphy made a big mistake into turn 1, and that's the challenge gone, I would say. Nearly lost it on the brakes. He had everything tucked in the slipstream behind Tobin. Tobin ran away from him, but on the brakes into turn 1, Andrew Murphy almost lost it, but he's regathered everything and closes right in now.
Yeah,
so maybe that's made him even more determined to do something about this.
Yeah, that back marker initially, he did well to stay off the racing line, let the guys get through it. He could have messed up their entry into turn 3, but he didn't do that, so thanks to whoever that was. Yeah, you could be right. That might have just shown Andrew Murphy that he has a little bit more potential in this bike. You are right in saying he is quicker through the corners, like the S's or the entry into turn 6, Southside Motor Factors. So let's keep an eye on this, with almost coming down to 3 laps to go. Andrew Murphy's not dead in the water yet.
Absolutely
but I think
not.
Stephen Tobin hasn't shown his hand.
It must be frustrating for him. You can see Andrew Murphy tucked right in on the main straight. Steve Tobin is just sitting up, driving that bike down the main straight. Here's Andrew again, nearly came to grief there with that line into turn
different
1.
line into turn 1 for sure. He's got that inside line. Maybe he's hoping, maybe if Stephen hears the bike, it might upset him. Fellas do that, they'll show you a wheel, hopefully make you sit up, you know, put you off, let you miss the apex or something like that. But there's Andrew Murphy straight in again into turn 3.
It's the different line, you see. Stephen is taking 2 bites at it, and Andrew just carries that corner speed far greater, and obviously a sweeter handling RVF Honda here than the Yamaha, it seems to be, because Tobin seems, it just to me looks like he does have some issues on that bike. There's Andrew closing right in again. He's going to have a look on the brakes this time, has a go, but not quite close enough.
But the line, if you mentioned the line that Stephen Tobin is taking, so he's going very wide, and that means he can get on the gas earlier, and obviously with the higher revving FZR, that's where he's getting his good drive down the straight. That's costing Andrew Murphy such problems.
Just 2 laps to go now, Andy, and Andrew is there with the gap down to 4/10s, but still that's a big gap on a little 400. We'll watch Andrew Murphy is much quicker through the twisty bits, and we'll watch the 2 different styles here into turn 3. Here's Tobin coming in now. Andrew Murphy carries that speed, carries it like a 600 rider on that 400, and closes right in up onto the back tyre of Steve Tobin. And watch again through turn 4 and turn 5. Darricourt turn 4, and Murphy has a much smoother line, and some back markers may come into play here now.
The entry into turn 6.
Tobin gets a great drive out of turn 5. There he is. Andrew Murphy takes the lead. He's gone into the lead of Stephen Tobin.
And will the backmarkers cause a problem on the start finish? Because Andrew Murphy should get away fine. Let's take a look. He drafts 1. Stephen Tobin drafts the pair of them.
Tobin just drives up the inside of Andrew Murphy. He's driven up the inside of just pure power alone, and just trying to get it stopped. Oh, he's down. Tobin is down. He's hit a back marker, and Stephen Tobin is off in turn 1. Just overcooked it on the brakes and lost it and clipped the back marker. Took 2 riders out with him. Tobin is gone. Andrew Murphy is on his own in the lead here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, what a disaster for Stephen Tobin.
I'd like to watch that again, because it's very uncharacteristic for Stephen Tobin to make an error like that, so maybe we can get it back. But in the meantime, that's gifted P1 to Andrew Murphy, who in fairness has rode impeccably on that beautiful Honda 400.
Yeah, super smooth ride from Andrew Murphy, but Tobin had driven past Andrew Murphy just below us here at the finish line, and just couldn't stop it in time to get it turned in turn 1. And there is our race leader, Andrew Murphy, on the RVF 400 Honda, down to take a comfortable victory in the end. Rode it smoothly all the way and takes the win. Well done, Andrew Murphy, the man from County Limerick, takes the win. Steve Tobin looking on from the sidelines in turn 1, unfortunately for him. Brian O'Malley will now inherit second place, and that's a great result from him. Brian O'Malley is coming around turn 6 now, Southside Motor Factors turn 6, and we'll just pick him up underneath the checkered flag. Brilliant result from Brian. Claps, big clap of the hands from his team near us here, and he takes that second place. Third place will go to Roy Worst, the man from Ballincollig, takes third place ahead of the Louth rider and the 2022 champion Damien Horgan, number 81. So Damien finishes there in fourth place. Then next up in the leaderboard in fifth place, Chris Gray, number 67, takes fifth. Sixth place goes to James Ging. Seventh place, number 34, Peter Doherty. And a long, long way back to some of the other finishers. There is the stricken machine of Stephen Tobin.
Yeah, we might just get a replay of that to have a look at it again. The bike looks undamaged, but if we get the replay, we can possibly see what happened. And here we are. So here's Stephen coming in hard on the brakes there, just in the middle of your screen. Had the bike fishtailing a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Is it not Ben Milan he's touched? So
it is Ben Milan. Oh,
yeah. So just and then the third rider came round, couldn't avoid it, the spill. So look, it's a racing incident. You got to go for the gap. The gap is there. These things happen. You know, there's certainly nothing malicious about that. It's just a racing incident, and unfortunate for Stephen, but that's racing. Thanks to the producers for that replay.
There'll be a bit of a chat about that. Ben Milan, his Cork compatriot, tried to take me out, Stephen. I know he's getting up on the recovery trailer there, and I think Fergus Brennan is ready for the podium presentations down there in the 400 class. So we'll hand down to Fergus Brennan and the podium presentations. Thanks, Fergus.
Am I in yet? On the live stream, watching the first podium from the Masters, the Principal Insurance Masters Superbike Championship. It's great to be back live streaming. The crowd here have had a number of podiums today, but this is our first one on the live stream, and it's for Moto 400. So we're going to get on with calling up the top three. Our third place man was a bit surprised to find out he was in third, so he's a little bit slow getting in. We're going to give him a chance to get his helmet off and get up here. Just getting himself ready. Now he's on the way up, so we're going to call up Roy Worst in third place. Round of applause there for Roy. Bit of an unexpected third place for him. So we'll go over and present this to Roy here. Roy, hop up there. Take that. Well done, Roy. And then in second place, Brian O'Malley, the youngest man in the race. 15-year-old Brian O'Malley, going to be doing most of his racing in the Super Teens Championship in the BSB this year, but he's having a run out there this weekend. Been very successful for him so far. Well done, Brian. Well done. And then our winner, after a almost race-long battle with the unfortunate Stephen Tobin, who went off at turn 1, it's Andrew Murphy. Andrew coming up a bit gingerly. I think that took a bit out of him. Well done, Andrew. Well done, Andrew. There you go, Roy. Yeah. You weren't expecting that when you came in, were you?
No, not at all. I just kept the head down and kept plowing away. And unfortunately, Steve came off and I got a third place.
Well, you were in a very good battle for fourth there up till then. There was quite a few involved in that.
Yeah, I just put the head down and pulled away a bit, but Damien was catching me all right, so I had my work cut out.
Oh, well done. Good start to the season up here for the third and final race of the Moto 400 this weekend. Brian, your first time up here for a while with us. We've seen you up here in the past. But this is a different level now. You're up against the big boys in Moto 400.
Delighted to get 3 podiums this weekend, and against Andrew Murphy. Hard to keep with him, but we're getting there. I just want to thank everyone that's helped me, all the sponsors, Dad, Mum, Wes, everyone that keeps the wheels turning. And
you're looking forward now to heading off to the BSB?
Yeah, it's a great bit of confidence boost now. 2 weeks' time I'm over in Ulton, so we'll see how we get on.
Okay, well, good luck with that. Andrew, you didn't get the win yesterday, but you got it today. It was unfortunate the way it ended for Stephen, but I think you were pushing him hard anyway.
Yeah, I was pushing him hard. I know, but unfortunately he came off. He just got tangled into turn 1 there with a back marker and gave me the easy win. But geez, we had a good ding dong there all race, and I was pushing him hard. So it's good to have that kind of battle as well here. Makes it good, like, you know.
Well, hopefully that's what we're going to get for the rest of the season. A great show by these guys in Moto 400. So our top 3, Roy Wurst, Brian O'Malley and Andrew Murphy. We're going to be going now to our first Supersport race of the weekend on the live stream. So we're going to hand over to, I think we'll be taking a short break while we get over to Jim Halligan on the grid.
Thanks very much for that, Fergus.
Welcome to all the spectators here at Mondello Park and the first of the Principal Supersport races for the Sunday event. Fergus from Mondello Park, great to be back.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. After a year off, it's unbelievable. We thought we might never see this again, and after the fantastic finish we had to our championship here in 2022, we thought we were on the up, we thought we'd made it, but then you never know what's around the corner, and we've had to take a year off. But it's great to see so many competitors here. We were worried that they'd all have sold their bikes and we'd have nobody on the grid, and we've almost matched our the first event in 2022. The unbelievable support from the riders, despite the fact that we had to put our entry fees up to cover some of the extraordinary insurance costs that there are now. But the riders have backed us, spectators have backed us, there's loads of them here, so we're looking forward to it. It's great to have Principal Insurance back with us again, but moving up from where they were on the Twins up to the overall championship sponsorship. We've opened up the rules now so that people can use other makes of tyres other than Dunlop. We had a great relationship with Dunlop. A lot of the lads are staying on Dunlops, but we have opened it up to other people as well. So a little bit of change in the championship, but really we're just hoping it's business as usual and we can get on with the entertainment fairly quickly.
Yeah, and it's been raining sort of since last September, and we've got a fabulous weekend.
I think somebody loves us somewhere, because this is just unbelievable that we could have 2 days like this, and hopefully it'll stay like this for the rest of the day. It's just unbelievable. We were at a car race here a few weeks ago. We had a storm, and if we'd had that day today, we couldn't have run. Yeah. The wind and the change in conditions would have messed up everything. So we're just delighted that all the work that Motorcycling Ireland have put in to get insurance back so that we could race, and all the work that everybody in Mondello Park has done, all of the staff making the place look the way it is, bringing the track up to spec again for bikes, and just working all week to get the place going again. We're just delighted we've been rewarded with this. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's great, and I hear a lot of the bikes coming back here, so I think we'll go and grab a word with some of the riders.
All right, Jim.
Thanks, Fergus. And we're going to move back down. One of the riders we're waiting for is Adam McLean, but we'll have a quick word with Kevin Keys. Kevin Keys on the Derek Core machine. Kevin, having a good weekend so far?
Yeah, good weekend so far. Second on the Supersport yesterday and a win on the Superbike. So yeah, good weekend. Adam was fast yesterday, to be honest. Like there's no real excuse. Fair play to Adam and the team. They've the bike dialed in well, and hopefully today we can close that gap and hopefully give him a challenge for the win.
Do you find it hard jumping from the 600 to the 1000?
Yeah, it's different, you know. 600 is a completely different way of riding at a big bike. I'm sure a lot of people know that. So yeah, it's hard. But it's part of the job, and that's why we do it. We're able to do it.
Well, you're doing a good job, so well done, Kev. So we're going to jump across to the pole man, Adam McLean. Adam, great to see you at Mondello.
Yeah, down for spun out before the Northwest. We're a new bike, just trying to get it dialed in, a bit of setup. So this is the first time we've really rode this here, so it's a new bike to me. So we had made good steps forward Friday and yesterday, and another couple of changes here this morning. So we're heading in the right direction.
Is this a 636 or a 600?
No, this is a 636.
I tell you, what you did 54.3 or something you did on it yesterday, was it?
Yeah, 54.3. So we'll see.
I have to say that's an impressive 600 time, especially on the 636.
Yeah, the chassis is renowned for not being the best, but we've been making good steps with it and making it work. So I'm happy with it.
I see you're on the new slick tires for this year. Do you find that any different or from the treaded ones?
Depends. Conditions like this you will, but for road racing stuff, not really.
It's great to see you here and welcome. It's great to see you, and especially on pole position. We'll move across to the outside of the front row. And another young fella making his debut on the AKR Thomas Bourne Racing Honda, Oisin Maher. Well done, Oisin.
Yeah, thanks, James. I'm happy to be here now, and new machinery this year. So, to be honest, I'm still getting the grips with it, but the team are working hard, and it's kind of making it easier for me and Dad as well. And not happy so far. Still a lot of progress to be made, but so far so good, really.
Well, I'm delighted to see someone giving you a bit of help, because you've been the fastest young fella around here for a long, long time, and I think the team behind you will make a big difference to you. So tell us about the Honda.
Yeah, it's a nice nimble bike. It feels light. Obviously, I was on the Kawasaki a few years, so I think the biggest thing in my head is it's not a Kawasaki. So don't try make it a Kawasaki. It's his own bike, and try set it up for how the bike should feel and how I feel on it, rather than trying to make it a Kawasaki. So I think I'm getting there now with the help of Alex and Heather and Stevie, the whole team, my dad there, of course. My girlfriend Si's helped me out a good bit as well, making sure I'm in shape. So happy out now. Everything seems good.
Well, it's great to see you here, and especially on the front row. Fabulous out, and I hope you see you on the podium.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'll be happy, but what happens, happens. I'll try my best.
Good lad. Well done, Oisin. And I think we need to hand back to James and Andy in the tower.
Yeah, thanks very much, Jim Halligan, for those little insight into the world of our racers on the grid, the pre-race interviews. And Oisin Maher fresh from his lap record in the Super Twin class earlier on, and is hoping to emulate that in this Supersport 600 race.
Just looking at the heat haze, it's been quite a while since we've seen that materialise in Mondello. From the live feed here, you can see at the Principal Insurance Supersport race, there's a great haze coming down, looking at the back of the grid, heading up looking into turn one.
Yeah, it's like we've been in the dark ages for 9 months, and all of a sudden the bikes come back and the summer is here, Andy. What's happened?
Hey ho, ice creams are on me. Yeah, let's take a look at this grid now, because we had an interesting battle yesterday with Kevin Keys and Adam McLean, and then of course the restart kind of broke the momentum, and then a second restart meant that the race was delayed, so we had a sprint race for 6 laps, but they're not going to have that luxury of, they're going to have 14 laps to deal with now.
Yeah, proper 14 lap race here, Andy, and this is where our boys will be trying to look after their tyres. As we said yesterday afternoon, we had 2 races that were stopped, twice this race was stopped yesterday evening. It was supposed to be a 12 lapper, but it got stopped twice, and with a couple of incidents, and eventually we got it run very late yesterday evening at about 20 to 6, just before end of business. And we had that 6-lap sprint race, and quite an exciting one, but I think this is going to be a far different story here, Andy. They're going to settle in, get into the groove, keep an eye on and certainly they're going to be watching the tyres here. 14 laps is quite a distance around here on a 600, and you know, like the 600s are the machine here at Mondello Park. They're flickable, they're so manoeuvrable, so much more so than a superbike, but they really are on the limit here everywhere, and they rev at such a high rate. These modern supersport machines revving at 16,000, 17,000 revs. A lot of things going on here in what is, after all, 14 laps. It's quite a long race here at Mondello Park for the national circuit.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, James, without a doubt. And with the quality and experience that we have, even in the front 2 rows, you've got Adam McLean on pole, Kevin Keyes, and then sitting on Kevin's left shoulder is Oisin Maher. And then you mess up your start. Emmett O'Grady and Michael Sweeney are just sitting there waiting to pounce. And no disrespect to Brandon Kavanagh, he's earned his right to be there on the last position of row 2 on that ZX 636. Yeah, you're going to have to be smart. I know Adam and Kevin kicked off and had their own battle, but you've got 14 laps to figure out now, so you have time to make a mistake and recover. So as well as the 14 laps, you're going to have to manage your tyre. You've got another race this afternoon as well, and if you've used it in one allocation in qualifying and practice in yesterday's race, that's your lot for the afternoon until next month. So that's another consideration. Not to mention the beautiful weather and the abrasion of the surface that's there at the minute. So what we can do is we'll obviously have an out lap, and then we'll watch the next couple of flying laps, and then mid-race we'll see, do they settle into a rhythm, or will Adam kick on, try and extend the gap, force Kevin into an error maybe. But the middle of the race could tell us a lot.
And good to see Adam McLean back at Mondello Park. It's great, a refreshing addition to the series, and hopefully we may see him for more of the series when he's got a taste of it. But really, he's warming up his brakes there, doing little bunny hops on the way down to his pole position. Alongside him, as we said, is Kevin Keyes, and on the outside of the front row is Oisin Maher. Second row of the grid, Emmett O'Grady. In the middle is Michael Sweeney, urging the starters to get on with it, and then Brandon Kavanagh completes the second row of the grid. They're under starters' orders, and at any moment those lights will go out and away they go now.
Yeah,
superstar from Adam McLean,
row.
brilliant stuff. Kevin Keyes gets away in second place. It looks like Oisin Maher in third. Good start from Brandon Kavanagh from the second row of the grid. But let's see what happens into the turn 1, patch turn 1. Oh, and somebody's down mid-pack. That could cause problems. Everybody's avoided. I'm not sure who that was. From around 8th or 9th position, somebody down in turn 1.
Trying to make it number 6. That is Gary Scott on the Yamaha R6, so he's I don't know, overcooked it on the brakes or something.
No, he was on the way out, Andy, in fact, just getting on the gas. A cold tyre, nothing more to it than that, a cold tyre, and Gary Scott just got cut out on that cold tyre on the exit of turn 1. Here's our race leader back with us, and Adam McLean already putting the hammer down here from Oisin Maher there in second, or is it Kevin Keyes? I think it's Kevin Keyes in second place. Then in fact it is Oisin Maher in that third position.
Yeah, good start, good clean lap from Adam. Obviously didn't get caught up in the Gary Scott incident. Gary Scott up and walking around, of course, it's most important to see. A little bit of gap from first to second, back to Kevin Keyes, and then another little gap back to P3, which is Oisin Maher. So let's see how that extends. So this will be the first flying lap. So this could be interesting to see as they come around turn 3 for the second time. We'll keep an eye on their lap times for the first flying lap.
Already, uncharacteristically for a supersport race, it's getting spread out, and Adam McLean is clearing off with this one from Kevin Keyes. Oisin Maher there in third place. Then Michael Sweeney, Skerry's rider, back from injury from last season, and going nicely there in fourth place. And I think in behind Miko is Emmett O'Grady from Tralee. Certainly is. There he is in number 8 machine of Emmett O'Grady. Then Brandon Kavanagh leading the Supersport Cup class. And here they are down across the line. There's Kevin Keyes in second as we have a red flag situation, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure what the issue is there, or where did we have an incident, or possibly is it something to do with that off at the exit of turn 1? I'm not sure, but we shall see. can't see any yellow flags around the place. Maybe there is an issue. Maybe there could be oil on the track there on the exit of turn 1. So I'm not too sure, ladies and gentlemen, but what has happened there. But we have the red flag situation, and we will. Race has been stopped, so that's unfortunate, and everything was going so well on the third lap of 14. Race has been stopped, so we will be going back to a restart, I imagine. Riders are going to be reformed on the grid until this incident has been dealt with. Not sure where it is.
We can just see the response vehicle heading out on the circuit now, so somebody in need of some medical attention anyway. But in the meantime, we'll have the riders come back around the top corner south side and reform on the grid as we leave the staff to deal with that incident.
Okay, so for the moment, Andy, I think as normal, when we do have race stoppages, we are going to take a break for a few moments until the restart. We do expect to be restarting, and I would just add a guess, I would imagine this is going to be restarted over 10 laps. That's up to race control. We'll wait till we hear any more from race control, but for the moment, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short break while this incident is being dealt with. Thank you very much indeed.
Welcome back to the restarted Supersport 600 race by Principal Insurance. It's going to be 2 warm-up laps and an 8-lap race. So we'll try and grab a word with some of the riders on the grid here and see how things are going. We'll move back a little bit, try to the outside of the second row. And we have Brandon Kavanagh here on the Roadhouse from Macau, Kawasaki. Brandon, how's the weekend going for you?
Yeah, going good so far. Better than I expected coming up, but we're progressing every time we go out on the bike, so very happy.
Bit of that. You've got the biggest grade on here. You've got 5 lads helping you.
Yeah, I don't know if they're helping or not, but nah, the boys are great. To be fair to them, they're all chipping in. So thanks very much to all the lads in the garage. So
well done. You're the first Cup rider here, are we?
Yeah. We were ahead there in that start. People at red flags. I hope whoever's off is okay, but see how we go now when we get going again.
Well, great to see you up here, all right. So we'll slip across to the middle of the next row, and a young man making huge progress in his Supersport career is Jack Worthy. Jack, great to see you up here.
Yeah, absolutely delighted. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be up this far so early on in 600 career, but we'll give it a good go today.
Yeah, so this is nearly your second year on it, but we've had a bit of a respite, we'll say. So how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, this is the start of the proper championship. We've done a couple of races up north last year, but it wasn't consistent. So we're looking for a good consistent year this year if we can.
Have you made many changes to the 600?
Not a whole lot. We went testing in Spain and it seemed okay over there, and we came back here for the test weekend and we had to make a few minor adjustments, but nothing major.
That's great to see you up here on the DM Groundworks machine.
That's it. Yeah, Declan's very good to me. A lot of the lads really do give me a help. Mick Wearty, Declan Madden, Kennedy Motorcycles, Andrew Wearty for suspension. The lads are great to me. I wouldn't be able to do it without them. So
I know that. Well done. Great to see you up here, all right. And we'll slip across to the outside here on the Husqvarna sponsored machine, Dara Crean. Dara, are you in every race this weekend?
Just about. No, just Supersport now and Super Twins. So heading for Cookstown now next weekend, so trying to get my bearings.
Yeah, I seen you out on a Kawasaki Twin there. How's that going for you as well?
Yeah, Kawasaki Twin is going good. It's fast and it's not as nimble as the Aprilia around here in the national track, but no, we're really enjoying it now, to be fair.
So is this your first year on a Supersport 600 machine?
Yeah, first full year. So we're just going doing obviously we're going doing the Manx in Cookstown and Armoy, but I don't think we'll be doing the rest because we're doing the BSB Cup or the Super Twin Cup or whatever it is. So trying to get as much bike time as we can.
Well, every time I look on the track, you seem to be going around here. I don't think anyone else is in as many races as you are.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. We're trying to be nice and fit, so hopefully we are. So we'll push on for the rest of the day and see what it brings.
What about the Manx then? So a twin and a 600, is it?
Yeah, I have the entries in for both, so hopefully we'll get both, and if not, our main focus will be the Super Twins, the junior support. So yeah, look, like I say, it's really enjoying it at the minute. I have great people around me, and it's just fantastic to be able to do it.
I love the colour of the R6. It's beautiful. Who done that for you?
Mr. Luke Johnson and Jamie Breen picked out the colour scheme, so full compliments to him and that.
Yeah, I love it. It's fantastic looking. It's in my opinion, it's a proper race paint job.
Yeah. I know it looks well. It looks fast anyway, but I don't know we're fast enough for it yet.
Yeah, well, you're making progress, and the best of luck for the weekend. All right, well done. All right, we'll move across to the middle of the second row. I see Mick O'Sweeney and Emmett O'Grady having a bit of a chat. We might be able to butt in here. Emmett and Miko. Emmett, Northwest 200 bound this year?
Yeah, 2 weeks' time it's after coming upon us very quick. So we didn't get any winter testing or anything like that. And so I wouldn't say we're using this as a test or anything because this is the main focus for the year. But it's definitely that we have to come away from here in one piece and the fairings in one piece. So ride smart, ride clever, and start the year off. You can definitely lose a championship to start the year.
What about you're not doing Cookstown next weekend?
No.
Mick O'Sweeney, he's definitely off to Cookstown next weekend?
Yeah, we're going to give it a go, Jimbo, yeah. Give it a go.
Yeah, it's been a tough road for you. You came back from a bit of an injury.
Yeah, it's been a long road, to be fair. It's last May since the Northwest, since the accident, so after going through an awful lot in the last year, so it's nice to just get back and get a bit of riding with the lads again.
It's great to see you fit. I have to say, I didn't think you'd be as fit as you are.
Well, I don't know whether I am or not, but I'm not going too bad. I done a lot of bit. Emma, she pushed me the whole way. I just lays around and she was, no, you have to do this and have to do that. But yeah, she kept me going, and then I got out to Spain and done a good bit of testing at the start of the year just to try to get back some of the mileage I missed from last year. So we didn't do anything last year. So I'm looking forward to getting back. It's nice to be back. I didn't think I'd be back up running, dicing with the lads again. I'm not really here to do that. I need to get signatures for the TT, but I'm getting in the groove with these, and these are pulling me along, so I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, Emma, I was watching yesterday on the big Fireblade. It was a bit of a handful. Even going down the straight, I was watching it. It was just all over the place. Was it a hard tire or what was going on?
Yeah, the tire choice really. Yeah, we changed to a different tire brand. Didn't really pay off. Like that with no testing or anything like that, but I think we're going to switch back to what we know and make it a bit easier for me anyway to get back up there.
I have to say, me and one of my guys were standing watching going, it's not like you, even on the straight, thing was just going sideways and pogo, and I was like, oh my God, it looked a bit hairy to say the least.
Yeah, but we get good wear out of them.
That's not much good though if you're lying beside it.
No, definitely not. Not.
So what's your plan for the year? Masters?
Masters, yeah, sure. Look at here today, the good crowd. Probably one of the best days weather-wise we've had in a long time. Again, the event organised to T by Ferguson and lads, so why wouldn't you want to come here? It's for value for money. Racing is good, so it's definitely the target for the year.
I have to say, I was lost without the Masters. Had nothing to do. I was missing my motorbike racing since I was 14, so it's great to be back here, and it's the only circuit we have in the south, so we may as well appreciate it because they won't be here forever.
Without doubt, I was retired anyway. So Mick was never going to retire.
But no, in all seriousness, so you've got the 600 and the 1000cc this year, is that?
Yeah, so back with tag again with the big bike. It's like an old glove, really. We know it like apart from the tire change that we've done, and with the AKR Thomas Bourne Racing on the 600 side of things, which is Honda as well, and it's a good coincide with the two lads, Tazzy and Alex. So it's a good plan for the year ahead, to be fair, and like that, steady as you go, and we should be there at the end of it.
Miko, so machinery-wise, what have you got? You've got a few surprises, I'd say.
We've a fresher BM, sticking with the BM. We've a newer one that we had last year, and then that R6, the lads Eamon built that for me for the Northwest last year, so obviously I haven't rode it, so yeah, that's pretty new to me now again. And then we're building a new Super Twin at the minute. So,
is there many roads penciled in for the year? I think there's 3, is it?
Yeah, well, for myself it'd be Cookstown, Armagh, Northwest TT, Southern 100, and then back to the Classic, and then I'm going to come back down and do whatever rounds that doesn't clash with the road here. So I enjoy this event, it's good.
I have to say I'm really looking forward to the TT this year as well. You were missed last year. There was a bit of a void. There was no crack.
No, there was no crack at all. There was definitely no crack for Emma. She was pushing me around the wheelchair at the TT. So yeah, so hopefully I go back this year on my own 2 feet and go from there.
Oh, it's great, and well done, and it's great to see the two of you back here, and it's great to be back here.
Yeah. Cheers, Jim. Thank you.
Cheers, Jim. Talk soon.
So we can maybe go a little bit further back down the grid. I'm not sure how far the radio mic can work. We'll try one more slot. And we've got 3 minutes, so we'll try and just grab a quick word with Owen O'Shukru. Owen, on a beautiful turned out Triumph 765 machine.
Yeah, in fairness, Brian and the lads have done an incredible job setting up the bike and getting it to where it is. It's an absolute joy to ride. It's amazing.
A fantastic sounding machine, I must say.
Yeah, it sounds even better when you're on it, Jim. I can tell you that.
Well, don't worry, I'll be on one soon, hopefully.
It sounds to be a fine thing.
So your main goal is going to be the TT this year, I presume?
Yeah, heading over with Brian on the Triumph of my own twin as well. Yeah, all racing underneath the Roadhouse Macau banner. So yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's great. So what lap time did you do on the twin last year? It was quick, 1:17 or something, was it?
No, it was 1:14 on the twin.
That's fast on the twin.
Not bad. Not hanging around.
Are you looking forward to riding the bigger bike on it?
I cannot wait.
Yeah, it'll be great. It makes life so much easier.
It really does. Like, and the guys around me are brilliant. You know, I don't have to touch the bike at all. I just know 100% that it's going to be great every time I throw a leg over.
Fantastic, and I think we better hand back to James and Andy back in the tower now, because they're going to be running out of time for lunch here.
Thanks very much for that, James. So looks as though we have green sectors all over the circuit, and we will be ready to return to racing any moment. So the revised race distance is going to be comprising of 2 warm-up laps and 8 laps racing. So that's 2 and 8. 8 laps racing with 2 warm-ups, and we will expect the riders to be underway in 1 minute. So as soon as we get the grid cleared, tyre warmers off, we'll be underway for this rerun Principal Insurance Supersport Race 2. And of course the grid is identical to how it started, with Adam McLean on pole, Kevin Keyes in the middle of the front row, number 15, and number 5 is Oisin Maher on the AK Thomas Byrne Racing CBR 600RR. Then row 2 comprises of Emmett O'Grady, Mick O'Sweeney, number 65, on that black R6, and Brandon Kavanagh completes row 2. Dara Crean is on row 3. Jack Queerty is in the middle of row 3 in 8th position, number 267, another R6 Yamaha. Riders keep an eye on the boards. Kick off for their 2 warm-up laps. Of course, all the Supersport machines now are eligible to run slick tyres, which in these conditions and a short lap, we may see some quicker times than you would have normally expected over the course of the 14 laps that was scheduled. So maybe just a splash of fuel and let them get going again, and we'll see what they can do in terms of their lap times. We'll keep an eye on that. And we'll just look for that. So the current lap record is for Supersport. Supersport Cup is held by Una McGlinchey and that was set in 2017. That's a 54.8. And then the Supersport Pro.
It's Glen Irwin still, Andy. It goes back to 2010. So this lap record has stood for 14 years. I'm not sure it's going to be pushed today because I just can't see Adam McLean getting pushed that hard. He is really at the top of his game, but we'll keep an eye on it. Glen Irwin, 3rd of October 2010 on a Honda 600, 53.817 seconds. Glen Irwin, that lap record still stands after 14 years, and as we've mentioned in the past, Glen Irwin does check in with Mondello every now and again to make sure that his lap record is still there.
Yeah, you know, it's a 14-year-old record, but it's an astonishing time, 53.8. I don't think I've seen many people on the low 54s for the entirety of the last couple of seasons, but the conditions are good, the machinery is new, slick tyres. You know, there's every reason that we could look for some people threatening it, but I can't see anybody dipping into 53s just at the moment. So riders completing their second of 2 warm-up laps.
And Adam McLean just doing those little bunny hops again, Adam McLean. And yeah, he's coming back down, first back. And here he is having a look over his shoulder, and he will see behind him the rest of the field. Here's Adam coming down. Just it's little ritual, looks like, for him now on each of these warm-up laps. And here he is back into that pole position, Adam McLean. And the 56 ZX-R6 Kawasaki of Adam McLean in that pole position from Kevin Keys, also Kawasaki mounted. Then the Honda of Oisin Maher. Second row is number 8, Emmett O'Grady, the Tralee rider. In the middle of that second row, number 65, Michael Sweeney from Skerries. And of course, Brandon Kavanagh completes the second row of the grid, the first of the Supersport Cup riders. Here they go, ladies and gentlemen. They're under starters' orders for the opening 600 race of the day, the rerun.
All riders safely away. A little power wheelie from Emmett O'Grady didn't obscure his passage through, and I think he may have made up a position as we look at the riders coming out of turn 1, see if they all get around it.
Certainly do, and Adam McLean has made a textbook start once again, absolutely pinned it, and he is away, and he's got a big gap already into turn 3. And here they come into turn 3 and exiting. Here comes Adam McLean up over the brow of the hill and re-emerges down into the main arena where the audience in the main stand can see him around turn 4. Here he is, Adam McLean, and already that's well over a half a second lead for Adam McLean, and I think it possibly is White helmet in behind him. Is Emmett O'Grady.
He got a great start, Emmett, and he leads his teammate Oisin Maher. Oh, and a bit of a bobble from Michael Sweeney on the exit of.
Yeah, Sweeney lost that. He lost the back end there and almost high-sided, so still cold tyres. What a great start from Emmett O'Grady. Oisin Maher in behind him. Michael Sweeney is in 4th. Kevin Keys is way back in 5th place, whatever's happened to him. Jack Worthy, first of the Supersport Cup riders, there in 6th place. 7th, Daniel Matheson 8th, and 9th, Derek Crean way down in 8th place. 9th is number 10, Brandon Kavanagh, next of the Supersport Cup riders. Watching the battle here for 2nd place between Emmett O'Grady and Oisin Maher, both on the Honda machines, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, it's the unwritten rule. The first guy you have to beat is your teammate, so this is going to be a battle worth watching. But I'm also keeping another eye on the battle of 4th and 5th, because Kevin Keys really didn't get away as well as he would have expected, so he's got a lot of work to do with the gap that Adam McLean has already created for himself. But if Kevin Keys gets past Michael Sweeney, who's going to be very cautious out of the corners to be sure that tyre is warm enough, but Kevin Keys has got a lot of work to do to even get on the podium at the moment, and he has indeed passed Michael Sweeney up to 4th. But the battle of 2nd and 3rd now has become even more interesting with the onslaught of Kevin Keys. But that's a brilliant margin already from Adam McLean. I'm not quite sure where he made all that time up, but it's an exceptional ride so far.
Yeah, well, Adam McLean is on a mission here already on the 2nd lap, 54.115. We're going to watch him very closely here, because he's not far off lap record pace here, Adam McLean. Superb stuff. Oisin Maher is into that 2nd place. ahead of Emmett O'Grady, and then Kevin Keyes looking more interested now. Let's watch Adam McLean over the line and watch his time.
Yeah,
no,
didn't
still
have to go on the
stands.
hammers that time. He put in a 54.3. His best lap was lap 2 with 54.1, 3/10 outside the lap record. So that's going to be an interesting piece of data to watch for the next couple of laps. Oisin Maher's got past Emmett O'Grady, and he's had momentum all weekend, so we shouldn't really be surprised to see that happen. And has extended a slight lead, I think, on Emmett already as they come into turn 3. So let's keep an eye on this.
Yeah, Emmett O'Grady coming under pressure now from Kevin Keyes. So a great start from Emmett, but not unable to hold that pace. And there is Kevin Keyes making his move into turn 4, into the main arena. Kevin Keyes takes over that third position from Emmett O'Grady. The number 8 Tralee rider. There's Adam McLean, peels off into Southside Motor Factors turn 6. Second place now. In there goes Oisin Maher, having a nice weekend so far for himself. Adam McLean has definitely backed it off a little bit. 54.627 on the last lap, as opposed to his best lap of 54.115. Oisin Maher 4 seconds in arrears there in second place. Kevin Keyes third, Emmett O'Grady fourth. Michael Sweeney still holding that 5th place. Then Jack Worthy, number 267, leading Supersport Cup rider from Derek Green, number 40, and second place in the Cup class, number 10, Brandon Kavanagh, the Wexford rider.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from Adam McLean so far. He really got a clean getaway from the line. I should have really concentrated on that to see where he did make up all that time. But Kevin Keyes, I think, is the man on the move at the moment, as he's taken 2 places in that last lap, 1 place in that last lap. And he's got his sights firmly set on Oisin Maher, number 5 on that AK Racing Thomas Byrne Honda 600RR.
There's the move, there's the move, and Maher takes the inside line and pushes I beg your pardon, Kevin Keyes takes the inside line and pushes Oisin Maher wide, and Oisin has to yield to the Kawasaki power of Kevin Keyes, who takes over that second place now with just 3 laps remaining of this 8-lap race.
Yeah, still the fastest lap goes down to Adam McLean at 54.1. His last lap at 54.9, so he'll probably get a pit forward the next time he comes past to say that Kevin Keyes is on the move, and he's moved from 4th already up into 3rd. So he's done well, even got a bad start to go from 5th, 4th, 3rd back up to 2nd. He'll be happy enough with that, but he won't be happy with how well or poorly he got off the line, really. So let's just keep an eye on the gap as we watch Adam McLean come around Southside Motor Factors to complete his 6th lap of 8. So we'll have 2 remaining once this lap goes down. And indeed we do. So next time around, the last lap flag will be prepared.
So the gap's still 4 seconds between the leader and this battle for second place that Kevin Keyes has taken command of now from Oisin Maher. Emmett O'Grady just trying to hang on there in 4th place, but he looks like he may be coming under a little bit of pressure from Michael Sweeney, the number 65 Skerries rider, in that 5th place, and then in behind Michael, some 6 seconds behind Michael Sweeney, is the leading Supersport Cup rider of Jack Worthy. And here's our race leader back down through the S's, through turn 5, and on the approach now to turn 6 for the penultimate time. This time around, he'll be getting the last lap flag. There he is, Adam McLean, smooth as you like. Beautiful pictures here, live from the Principal Insurance Masters 600 race at Mondello Park. Getting it all a little crossed up there into...
Michael Sweeney left the break to the absolute last minute, was fishtailing into that. It was fine, it was under control. It's something maybe you would like to see in Cookstown next weekend, but certainly fine and perfectly loads of space for runoff and Southside, but he's fine running 4th at 5th at the minute.
Yeah, we're concentrating on our race leader now, Andy, and here he is. He's had a brilliant opening race of the day and did the same yesterday evening, and has had what you might call a textbook win. He's had that fantastic start. He's peeling around into turn 4 for the final time, flicks it over to the right hand side through turn 5 and up into Southside Motor Factors turn 6. He arrives now. Wonderful performance from Adam McLean. Brilliant stuff from him in the Supersport class on his Kawasaki. Takes the applause from his pit down there in the pit lane, has a look over his shoulder, lads, and says, wow, there's a gap. Second place goes to Kevin Keyes, 3.8 seconds in arrears. 3rd place for Oisin Maher there, number 5.
And I think Michael Sweeney got past. Yeah, he was 4th position, Emmett O'Grady 5th. Jack Queerty, the first Cup rider home in 6th position on the road as well. That's a brilliant result for Jack Queerty.
Yeah, so Michael Sweeney did get the better of Emmett O'Grady there right on the last lap to take that 4th place. As you say, so it's a 1, 2, 3 in the Supersport class. Adam McLean takes the win by 3.8 seconds from Kevin Keyes. Oisin Maher takes that 3rd place. In the Cup class, Jack Werty takes the spoils from Brandon Kavanagh in 2nd place, and in 3rd place in the Supersport Cup class, number 51, Keith Richardson. So that concludes it, ladies and gentlemen, for the morning session. And just coming up to lunchtime, and we're pretty much on time. It's all gone pretty well, apart from that little stoppage to deal with the earlier incident and the shortened 600 race. But yeah, it's been interesting. Adam McLean very, very quick off the mark, and looking for some more exciting 600 action in the afternoon. It's been a good morning, Andy, and we're looking forward to a break, and but more importantly, we're looking forward to some very hot action this afternoon.
Yeah, we'll stop shortly and hand over for podiums and catch up then, and we'll see you back in about 1:30 with the Principal Insurance Superbike Race 2. So a lot to look forward to this afternoon.
Yeah, there certainly is, and that's all to come in the next few hours, and hopefully you're enjoying the live stream here on the Principal Insurance Masters website. It's been a great morning, the weather's been amazing, and we've had a good time. And for the moment, we're looking at the podium ceremonies down there, and very shortly we'll be handing over as we look at the results. Adam McLean takes the win from Kevin Keyes. Oisin Maher there in 3rd place. Supersport Cup winner Jack Werty finishes in 6th on the road, and 8th place on the road, and 2nd in the Supersport Cup class was Brandon Kavanagh, and Keith Richardson takes the 3rd step of the podium in the Cup class. For the moment, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hand over to Fergus Brennan there down to for the podium presentations. Over to Fergus. Thank you.
And then you'll then, while I go and put the next lot up, you'll have to turn around and look at the area or something.
What a fantastic super sport race there, the first one of the year to have a podium. We had to win the race yesterday, but this is the first one with a podium on our live stream as well as here live. Well done to all our riders in the super sport class. We're going to start as usual with the Super Sport Cup class. So I'm going to call up first Keith Richardson, 3rd place in Super Sport Cup. Come on up here, Keith. I can see him over there, but he's not listening. Come on, Keith, we're looking for you. Brian McCormick, turn around and sort it. There he is, he's moving now. So well done to Keith. Yeah. So Ali Dixon from Principal Insurance, our new championship sponsor, is presenting the trophy to Keith. And in 2nd place in the Cup is Brandon Kavanagh. Well done to Brandon, his first time here in Mondello Park on the Super Sport machine. Former production twin front runner. Well done to Brandon. And our winner of the Cup, a great performance by Jack Queerty, graduate from the Junior Championships here 2 years ago. Did a little bit of super sport racing last year in the north with no Mondellos running, but then he comes back here and straight up onto the top step of the podium. Well done to Jack. So I'm going to take over from Ali, go over and have a word with Keith. Keith, it's obviously a while since you were up here.
I've never been up here.
Never been up
here. It's been a long time coming. A lot of bones has been broken trying to get to fucking this step.
The first thing you have to learn is the language. So you have been racing a long time. How many years have you been racing?
Started 2018. 2018, and then broke my ankle 2018, broke my tibia and fibula 2019, and started to think I should try and stay on the bike to preserve myself. So
and look what happens when you stay on the bike. Fantastic result, well done.
Cheers, thank you.
Is there anybody you need to thank?
Geez, who?
Without any bad language.
Well, my partner Leanne. Geez, only for her kind of accepting me to let me do this there, and we've a little babby at home there as well, so it's been tough to just get away to get racing. But this makes it worth it.
Well, it's great to be back.
It is. It's brilliant to be back. I miss Mondello big time. Big time.
Well, thanks for coming here and putting on such a good show. Brandon, second place. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I am. First time riding the 600 here in anger. And to finish behind Jack, who's done a little bit. I had no rear grip there whatsoever. But second, very happy with it, to be honest.
And obviously you're on the Triumph, which is probably... I on the Kawasaki as the other lads on the Triumph in the team. Sorry about that. So it is a bike you're used to.
Yeah, well, I done up north last year on it, so this is my first time racing it down here. Yeah. But no, very happy with where we are on the grid and how we're going. So.
Yeah, sure, it's a long year, plenty of time to get those top steps.
Exactly, yeah, we'll try in the next one.
Okay, well done. Jack, yeah, come down, you're too tall to be standing up there. Jack, that's a big step up now from where you were the last time you were here racing with us in the junior classes, and now your top step in Supersport Cup. Well done.
Sam Fergus, I didn't expect to be up here this early, but it's tough going. The pace is really, really hot, even in the Cup this year, I find. I've done all right in the 300. 600 suits me a bit better just for my height, but the bike's flying. I love it. It's class. Getting on really good.
And of course, the big sponsor that you have to thank.
Most definitely Declan Madden, DM Groundworks. If it wasn't for him and the lads themselves, Mick Werty, James Kennedy Motorcycles, and for suspension, my dad and my mum wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, fair play to Declan, also sponsored the junior class when you were in it, and now he's looking after a winner in our Supersport Cup class. Big round of applause for our top three in the Supersport Cup. Well done to Keith, Brandon and to Jack. So we move on then to the overall race result. Cracking race there. Adam McLean out there at the front, but a great battle behind him for second and third place. So we're going to call up, as usual, in reverse order. In third place, Oisin Marr. Again, Ali Dixon from Principal Insurance, our new overall championship sponsor and sponsor of the Superbike and Supersport classes, is going to present the award. So well done to Oisin. Thanks to Ali there. And in second place, Kevin Keys. Bit of a fight back there from Kevin to get that second place. Well done.
Congratulations, lads.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
There you go. And our winner, Adam McLean. First time up here on a Masters podium. I know he's been had good results before, but not on a Sunday. Hasn't appeared on the podium here. It's great to have him here racing. Great to have the JMC roofing team here. Big team from the north of Ireland doing great stuff, and it's great to have Adam. So now we'll go and talk to Oisin. We've already spoken to Oisin today. You've backed up the Super Twins race with a handy podium on the in the Supersport.
Yeah, well, handy's one word to call it. It wasn't handy from my point of view.
Well, I know it wasn't. I see you had to make changes on the grid during the stoppage.
Yeah, and thanks to actually Brian McCormick there. Actually gave me a bit of advice and it helped a lot. So I just sped up the rebound on it a bit there and it seemed to help a bit, but still need to improve. But overall, I'm happy. First weekend on it. If you told me this on Friday, I would have been delighted. So thanks to the whole team, Heather, Stevie, my dad, Sive, Leader, Alex, Amy, everyone for putting such a good package under me, and I'm really grateful to have such a strong team. So it helps me a lot, to be honest.
And you know the most amazing thing about this weekend? Willie is happy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, plenty of fags in the future. If he's gone home and he's delighted.
Well done, Oisin. Might not be the last time we see Oisin on the podium this weekend. I certainly don't think it'll be the last time we see Kevin. Kevin, you had to fight back a little bit. Was it a poor start?
Yeah, I hit a neutral coming under the bridge, going from first to second, and got a bit of a fright, to be honest. I heard everything getting very loud behind me, so but no, I clawed way back. I think we were fifth on lap 1, which wasn't ideal. The boys got away, and as everyone can see, Adam's quite fast this weekend, and giving him even an inch is too much. So fair play to Adam and his team. Their bike's on fire and he's on fire, and just like say, a big thanks to Darkor. I have a great package underneath me. We're waiting soon for some parts to come to improve, so hopefully round 2, if Adam's here, we can make this fight something to look at.
Well, he might want to come back now. He's having such great success. Well done to Kevin, obviously part of the Darkor team, one of our sponsors here this weekend. Adam, hop down here to me. You came here with the 2 bikes. You only ended up getting out on 1, but I think you're having a good time on it.
Yeah, we're enjoying the Kawasaki. Obviously, I've rode Yamaha for the last 2 years, and We decided to make a change back to the Kawasaki, mainly for the Northwest and straight line speed. So this was a great track to come to in terms of chassis setup and stuff. So we've worked well over the past couple of days to get a good base setting for the Northwest. So it's been really good, and it's nice to get back down here for a change. And there's a great crowd, and the weather's good. So credit to yourselves for putting on such a good event. So no, we're happy and we're going in the right direction. So it's good. Big thanks.
Now, I know your main focus is the roads and getting prepared for those, but is there any chance you might come back now you've had this success here?
Yeah, how much are you paying us?
I can't say that in front of everybody else.
Yeah, I'm sure if we get the chance through the year, we'll be back down. And big thanks to the boys for working hard all weekend, not drinking too much.
That's very important. Well done, Adam. Great performance, and of course we'll see these boys out again later on today. Our top three in Supersport: Oisin Marr, Kevin Keys and Adam McLean. Well done to them. We're going on a lunch break now, so we'll be taking a break from our live stream as well as from the live track, and we'll be back in the afternoon with the first of our Principal Insurance Superbike races. Superbike Championship is brought to you by Principal Insurance, part of Howden. For motorbike, car, van and home insurance, Principal Insurance have you covered. Get a quote today.